So I'm finally here with the Wrestlemania 19 review. I was requested to do this video a long ass time ago. This video is way overdue. And I apologize to whoever requested this video if they're even watching this video. I should have done it way earlier. It's just laziness on the part of me, but I'm here with the review. I watched the whole fucking show. Like that's the thing though. The show's like three and a half, 4 hours long. It's a long ass show. I don't know, like 4 hours long, something like that. So like you don't have, like even if you watch it for like a half hour, like you still got a long ass ways to go. So there's like, it's like so much to watch. It's like, it was hard for me to get motivated to watch the fucking show. But I finally got to watching it, and I did enjoy the show. I thought it was a lot of good matches on this show, and it was a real show for mature people, not 9-year-olds and John Cena fans. It was a mature show. There was blood, chair shots to the head, hot women, shit like that. So let's just get into the review here. The first match, we have Matt Hardy defeating Rey Mysterio. I thought it was a very good match, or maybe not very good, but it was a good quality match. Maybe I will call it a very good match. Actually, it was short. I remember it being pretty short, but it wasn't. It contained a lot of fast-paced action and good wrestling. So I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get Undertaker um, and Nathan Jones defeating A-Train and Big Show. Pretty shitty here for an Undertaker WrestleMania match, and just the match in general was pretty shitty. I'll give it a star out of 5. I mean, the Undertaker should not be wrestling the fucking tag match, for his streak. It's even what, fucking 12 years ago. His streak wasn't as big, but still, it's like it would have been better for him to wrestle in singles competition, I think. So, just a shitty match there, and that was probably the worst match of the night. Then we get Trish Stratus defeating Victoria and Jazz. This was a good quality match, I thought. I'll give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. I didn't like the ending though. I thought the ending was pretty shitty. I don't even know what the ending was, because like this fucking match I watched a long ass time ago, like 2 months ago, so I don't know, a month or two, something like that. It was way in the past, so it's hard for me to remember everything. I did take notes on it, and I wrote, I'll read you exactly what I wrote. Didn't like the ending with the kick, so there was obviously a kick that ended the match that I didn't like, and so yeah, I didn't like the ending on it, apparently. But yeah, like these shows are 3.5 hours long, so it's hard. I'm not gonna sit down for 3.5 hours and watch the whole fucking show from start to finish. I mean, that's just fucking ridiculous. I probably should have, not watched, one part like 2 months ago or a month ago, and started back up again right now. That was probably not the greatest idea, because it's hard for me to remember anything. So I gotta go pretty much off my notes here. Then we get Team Angle defeating Rhino and Benoit and the Los Guerreros. This was another good match. It was fast paced, good tag team wrestling here. I give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And yeah, I liked it, a lot of good wrestlers in here. Benoit, of course, the Guerreros, and I believe Team Angle was Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. So yes, some good wrestling in here, and I enjoyed it. Then we get HBK, Shawn Michaels, if you don't know who that is, defeating Jericho. I didn't think it was like a 5-star match or anything, but it was a good match, good quality match. There was some good moves in here, and I did like the ending too. Not the ending of the match, but after the match, where they're like shaking hands, and they do that a lot. They'll shake hands and then they'll just usually leave. But they shake hands, and then Jericho low blows Shawn Michaels, which I thought was a good spot there too. And yeah, just a good wrestling between two good wrestlers here. Yeah, I thought they could have done better, actually. To tell the truth, I thought this had the potential to be a great match. I didn't think it was a great match, but it was definitely a good match, maybe even a very good match. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars, a quality match here. Then we get the fatal four-way pillow fight between the girls. I didn't bother to write down their names. I believe it was the Miller cat fight girls, Stacy Keebler and Trish Stratus, I want to say. You know, it was pretty hot. You know, they were like tearing each other's clothing off, and then they were in their bras. You know, this was good entertainment here for mature people, not 9-year-olds. You know, this is what we should be seeing on TV every week or something close to this. You know, hot women, you know, doing shit like this. And, you know, this is good entertainment, I think. You know, you know, call me immoral, call me, I don't have any moral, but, you know, I liked it. You know, it's hot women fighting. You can't get much better than that. I mean, you could, you know, I'll take a good wrestling match over hot women any day, but like this is good, you know. Take a little break from the wrestling, watch some girls fight it out for 5 minutes. That's fine, you know. This is totally fine, you know. In a 3.5 hour show, if you put 5 minutes of hot girls fighting in bed, that's fine with me. And then Jonathan Coach, you know, the guy from ESPN, yeah, you know, former WWE guy. He gets his pants pulled down, and apparently he loses. Kind of funny, I guess, with him wearing the underwear, but you know. So all in all, you know, I enjoyed the segment. Then we get then the real matches, or like the big matches start, I guess. You know, 4 big matches, I guess, on the show. Or I guess 5 too, if you include Jericho and HBK. You get, oh, I lost my spot here. Triple H defeating Booker T. A lot of people said that like Triple H buried Booker T. You know, it did seem like it, but I didn't watch the whole storyline, so I can't really say for sure. But like Triple H is known for burying people. But this match I thought was decent to good. I give it 2.75 out of 5 stars. It started off pretty slow. I'm like, oh, here we go, another boring Triple H match. But then it ended up pretty good. You know, there was some good spots at the end. I remember, or towards the end of the match, or the second half, it was a lot better than the first half. Like, I remember a spot where, like, Booker T did this cool move up the top rope. He did, like, a somersault and landed his knee onto Triple H's head, which was a pretty cool spot. And yeah, you know, I thought it was a pretty decent match here. Then we get Hogan defeating Vince. This was a very good match, I thought. You get Piper coming there too, which I thought was a cool moment. You get blood, steel chair shots to the head, steel chair shot to the head of the Spanish announcer who gets bloodied. I believe he was bloodied and gets taken away. I mean, there's blood dripping on the padding outside of, you know, you just see blood dripping, you know, everywhere. I don't know if it was on the padding or not, but it was, you know, there's blood everywhere pretty much. You know, you got the leg drop from the ladder onto the table, you know, from Vince McMahon. You got Hulk, you know, hulking up, which is always a cool moment to see. Like at WrestleMania 18 when he hulked up, that was a cool moment with the crowd and everything. You know, and yeah, an extreme match for sure. You know, extreme moments. And for like 2 old guys, pretty old guys, I mean, putting their bodies on the line like this, taking chair shots to the head, jumping off the ladders, getting bloodied up. I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, good match, very good match. What I give it, 3.5 out of 5 stars. You know, and Hogan, you know, hulking up too, and just everything seemed to work pretty good in this match. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get Rock defeating Austin. And I'm not really going to rate this match because it wasn't just about the wrestling quality. It was more than that. It was about, you know, just Austin and Rock, 2 of the biggest legends of all time, wrestling, you know, the story behind it, you know, like the match almost, I don't say this a lot because I'm not a big believer in the match telling a story, but it almost seemed like it did to me. Like, I enjoyed this match. I didn't think it was a very good wrestling quality-wise, but, you know, I just enjoyed the match. You know, I don't really know how to explain it, but, like, just everything about it. You know, not everything about it, but, like, I don't know. I just like the fucking match with Austin being there. Austin's last match, Rock being there, two of the biggest legends of all time clashing. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with that. You know, two of the biggest guys of all time fighting in the ring. You know, it's hard to go wrong with that. So yeah, I enjoyed the match. You know, with Rock putting on the fucking, you know, the best of, or whatever that is, of Steve Austin to you know, Steve Austin kicking out of the Rock bot. He kicked out of a lot of shit, you know, a lot of close pinfalls. Um, so yeah, you know, I enjoyed the match. You know, again, not the best wrestling quality match, but it clicked. It worked because it was Rock and Stone Cold. Then we get Lesnar defeating Angle for the title, WWE title. And this match was a quality match, and you gotta give Angle credit here. You know, if you didn't know, he was wrestling on pretty much like a fucked up neck. He had to get surgery after this match. Actually, before the match, or like he pretty much needed surgery, I believe. But he said, no, I'll just wait till after the fucking WrestleMania. So what a badass Kurt Angle is. He said, you know, his left arm had 20% strength in it. And after the match, he said he couldn't even lift it over his head. He said he went into shock after this match. That's how fucking bad it was. And then you got Lesnar landing on his head from the shooting star press. So even though it was a botch, though, it still added to the match, it seemed like. Because both men were like fucked up at the end, and them hugging at the end was just a cool moment. And they did wrestle good too. There was some good technical wrestling in the match. Surprisingly, between two, like Lesnar wrestling like technical and shit, you know, being a big guy and all, he's still man, you know, but he does have that amateur background style, so I guess it was not that surprising overall. But I enjoyed the match, and you know, it was a cool moment too when Angle's German suplex Lesnar. He landed on his stomach. You know, cool moment there, and just a lot of good technical wrestling, a lot of good wrestling. I'll give it wrestling quality wise 3.25 out of 5 stars, but it was truly a good quality way to end the show. It went beyond just the wrestling quality. It told a story, you know, with Angle being hurt, you know, with Lesnar landing on his head, and you know, them hugging after the match. It was really a good way to end the show, and you know, but Angle though, what a fucking badass, what a fucking tough motherfucker Kurt Angle is. I give, you know, I respect Kurt Angle. This is a guy who truly has passion for the business, because he was saying, like, when Lesnar landed on his head, he was thinking, you know, oh shit, we're out. Top 2 guys are going to be out now, because he had the neck injury, and he's thinking Lesnar's going to, you know, have a fucking concussion and be done for. And, you know, that's what he was thinking. So he's got true passion for the business, just gives his body. If anybody saw him in TNA do that backflip off the steel cage, he landed and he like bounced up in the air after he hit the ground, oh my, or the ring. Like, he truly has a lot of passion for this business. Puts his body on the line for the business. You know, his neck is like pretty fucked up, I believe. I believe he wrestled in the Olympics with a broken neck too. So he has passion for what he does. He has passion for wrestling, whether it be real or fake, as they call it. I don't really consider it fake. You know, you don't really go around calling movies fake, but you know, he's got passion, and you know, I got a lot of respect for Kurt Angle putting his body on the line, doing moves like that. So there you go, people. You know, overall, I give the show a good 8 out of 10 stars. Actually, you know, a lot of good wrestling in here, and you know, there's only a few matches, 1 or 2, 3, I don't know, matches that really sucked. You know, everything else was like 3 stars, 3.5 stars. You know, quality wrestling. So I'll give the show 8 out of 10 stars, and you know, thought it was a good quality show. I enjoyed it. 8 out of 10 stars may be a little generous. I don't fucking know, but who the fuck cares? You know, the point is, it was a good quality show, and I enjoyed it. So there you go, people.